Welcome back to the Curiosity Cave, Duke's baseball cards and curiosities. I'm going to share with you some of the fun I had at the Minnesota Card Show. There was over 600 tables. I'm guessing probably 30, 40 vintage only, but I have noticed that vintage cards are creeping in to the modern card showcases. I'd walk by and I'd see one, maybe 4 or 5 in a case full of modern cards. Even the Pokemons are getting invaded. So I had a fun time picking through all these cards. Stopped at one guy that had like a 3 buy 3 get one free option. He's from Florida. Maybe you Florida guys have seen him before. Um, but right now I'll go through I got a lot of pickups. I felt like I was at the National, walking around all day. Thousands and thousands of steps. I felt like I walked through the whole city and town looking at cards. But we'll start off with this Mickey Mantle. It's from the 1971 clinic, and it's got partial schedule in the back, the clinic schedule. It's a nice shot of Mickey with a blue sky. Thurman Munson was also in this set. See the schedule for the clinics there. Dexter Press was the manufacturer. Let's jump into some football. Got to get my guy from North Dakota State, Bryce Lance. I think he'll be a pretty good NFL receiver. I picked up a couple of them guys. I got some Leaf cards of my quarterback, Cole Payton. Hopefully he'll get picked up by somebody and have a decent career. It's predicted third to fifth round. And this one is a 1 out of 3. Doesn't have his number, but it has his autograph. He was number 9. I picked up a Bob Dylan ticket stub. Historic Orpheum Theater. And I picked up this Team Canada of Bill Goldsworthy, a Minnesota North Star hero, and so PG. And then I love this card. It's KSA, not the best reliable grading company, but it's a KSA 4. It's a punch out, kind of like, I call it the puck inserts. Gump Worsley, he's still with the Montreal Canadiens, Les Habitants. And we'll get into some basketball. It's a basketball collection without Curly Neal, Globetrotters. I believe this is a 71 set. Cocoa Puffs insert. Go Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs to get these Harlem Globetrotters cards. I remember getting them as a kid. And then I got a nice stack of 1961 Essex Meats. And these are the St. Louis Hawks. And then even on the back, there's a biography. Notice it talks that during the off season he works for Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company. Got Bobby Sims. A nice little group. Fred LaCour. LaCour, not sure. Never saw him play. Never heard about him. Al Ferrari. Cleo Hill. And this guy I've heard of. He used to play for the Minneapolis Lakers, Clyde Lovellette. My mom got his autograph in 1953 when he was playing with the Lakers. And what's better than one? Two, Clyde Lovellette, Basketball Hall of Famer. He's born in Terre Haute, Indiana. What other famous basketball player is born? Or raised there anyway? Or played basketball there? Yeah. Larry Bird was from French Lick, but he played for Indiana State and Terre Haute. Here we go for this is Jerry Sloan, former Bulls player and coach. Sugar Daddy Candies and Slowpoke, I think, was the name of the candy on a stick. It was really ooey and gooey and stuck to your teeth, roof of your mouth, and anything else it came in contact with. Jeff Petrie, great player for the Portland Trailblazers back in the 70s. So to have his average, he was 23 points a game for a career, 24.9 for that season. The last one was the Hawk, Connie Hawkins. He also played in Minnesota, I believe, for the Pittsburgh Pipers. They moved to Minnesota and became the Minnesota Pipers the year after the Minnesota Muskies played. That's kind of cool. Here's some baseball cards now. This is a 1950 Royal Dessert cut off of a box. Pee Wee Reese. Blank back. 61 Yankees team card. Picked up a lot of like Twins type cards. There's Harmon Killebrew on a leader card. The year that they had Yaz's Triple Crown on the cards in 68. 62, Jim Cott. 63, Jim Cott. 65 batting leaders. Got Tony Oliva on there. Won batting titles his first 2 seasons in the major leagues. Pitching leaders, here we got 2 twins. Mudcat Grant and Jim Cott. Couple Harmon Killebrew stickers. I believe those are 63. And they are both with instructions on the back. 1966 strikeout leaders. Sandy Koufax's last year on a card, even though he didn't have his own card. High number of Louis Tiant, not Taint. 68 Milton Bradley, Willie Mays. 68 Milton Bradley, Harmon Killebrew. 68 batting leaders. That was the year only one player batted over 300 in the American League. And just barely, Carl Yastrzemski batted 301. Tony Oliva was third with a 289 batting average. And 69 was the year they raised them, or they lowered the pitching mound to give batters a better chance. So 1970, Rod Carew comes in with a 332 batting average. Oliva takes second or third. Oliva is third with a 309, tied with Reggie Smith, and it has Rich Reese from the Twins on here, but he must not have had enough at-bats because he didn't make the His photo didn't make the front. And this is O-Pee-Chee. Printed in Canada. Some little French writing on there. And a 72 Tony Oliva. That's a nice looking card. And then I also got a '73 Willie Mays, his last year. And I've always liked these multiplayer cards, the Robinsons. You'll see another one coming up shortly. Bird Belters. Here's a Kirby Puckett 1988 Topps coin. Metal proof. Never got made into a coin. The back is a little off center. That might be why they didn't go ahead with the coin. Here's a 62 post serial Canadian Mickey Mantle. And it just says hand cut, so you get authentic instead of a number grade. Here's another card. Nice looking Roger Maris MVP card. '52 card of the guy that of the last major leaguer to bat 400, Artie Wilson. That's a '52 Mother's Cookies. He's in the Pacific Coast League, the Seattle Rainiers. And finally, last card for today, for the pickups, for the wonderful show. Manager's Dream with Clemente, Cardenas, and Oliva. Chico Cardenas was traded to the Twins later and is a pretty reliable shortstop for them after Zoilo Versalles left. You had three great players there. So thank you everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed the cards. I always like to have the cards be the star. And hope you all have a great week, and talk to you later.